The Kora Museum, located in Edirne Kapı, is one of the original structures of East Roman art with its architecture, mosaics, and frescoes. The Kora Monastery, which was reconstructed in the year 536 by Emperor Justinian during the East Roman Empire in the place of a ruined chapel, is what forms the center of the Kora Monastery, and the fact that it has also been dedicated to Jesus. At the beginning of the 14th century, during the era of Andronikos II, Theodore Metakaites, who was the officer responsible for the emperor's treasury, reconstructed the Kora Monastery from scratch. With his architectural resolutions and mosaics, as well as the magnificent mastership he applied to the decorations of the frescoes, and with a chronological accordance of the religious illustrations and iconographs, Metakaites was very successful. Another feature which differentiated Kora from the other churches during this time is the use of the Apocrypha Bibles in the chronological illustration of the life of Virgin Mary, which was not even explained in the four Bibles. The structure was not damaged during the conquest of Istanbul by Fatih Sultan Mehmed in 1453. The Kora Monastery Church, which for a long time was used as a church, was converted into a mosque during Sultan Bayezid II's era by Grand Vizier Atik Ali Pasha in 1511, and a madrasa was added to it. During the period when the structure was used as a mosque, it is understood from the narrations of the visitors that the mosaics were covered with wooden shutters that could be opened and shut. The Kora Mosque was converted into a museum in 1945 by the decree of the Ministerial Cabinet. The museum, which also offers audio guidance services, is open to visitation every day of the week except for Wednesdays. Kora consists of 5 main architectural units, including the naos, which is the main space of the structure, the annex, which is a double-story building located to the north, the interior narthex, the exterior narthex, and the tomb chapel called the Paraklesian, located on the south. Entrance into the building is through the door located on the west side of the south facade. This area is a part of the exterior narthex, which covers the west side with a rectangular plan and stretches out to the south facade in an L shape. The Paraklesian section, which covers the south facade from the entrance with a rectangular plan, is located on the right side of the entrance. The second area with a rectangular plan that is parallel to the exterior narthex on the west facade is the interior narthex. The large area which is located between the interior narthex on the west, the Paraklesian on the south, and the double-story annex structure on the north is the naos. The exterior narthex, which is located on the western side of the building, has been completed and adorned with mosaics depicting the life and miracles of Jesus and the scenes following them. The lunettes and window arches of the outer narthex contain depictions of saints inside round medallions. Additionally, there are depictions of full-length saints on the 4 main arches. The Virgin Mary Hodigetria is depicted on the first northern panel, among the panels on the east wall of the exterior narthex. Anne with baby Mary in her arms is displayed on the second panel, and Joachim is depicted on the first panel on the west wall. It is highly probable that John the Baptist is depicted on the first panel on the east wall in the south, and there aren't any figures on the second panel. On the west side of the naos, The interior narthex is located between the exterior narthex and the naos and is completely adorned with mosaics. The interior narthex has been ornamented with illustrations depicting the life of Virgin Mary, the scenes that are considered to be a significant part of the art of mosaics. Along with the scenes of the ancestors of Jesus and the ancestors of Mary, located there are also scenes depicting the life of Mary and the miracles of Jesus in series. On the south side and right side of the entrance, the Paraclesion, which is separated from the exterior narthex by two columns adorned with winged angels, crucifixions, and acanthus leaves, forms an independent entirety both from an architectural and functional perspective. In the Paraclesion section, the religious stories, Judgment Day, Resurrection, Final Judgment that have been taken from the Old Testament have been illustrated as frescoes. As a result of the illustration technique, as well as the choice of quality supplies, the liveliness of these illustrations have survived up until today. There are 4 tomb arcosoliums in the Paraclesion, 1 on the north wall of the interior narthex, and 3 on the west wall of the exterior narthex, totaling to 8 altogether. These tombs belong to aristocratic families. Furthermore, underneath the ape slayings of the Paraclesion, there is another old tomb. The naos, which is the main structure of the existing church, is a structure covered with a dome and has a Greek crucifixion plan. The walls of the naos have been ornamented with valuable marble panes up until the cornice levels. The dome has a high pali in the form of a ciborium carried by 4 exalters. There is a mihrab built during the era of the Ottomans within the apse. On the south of the naos, there is a passage connecting the naos to the Paraclesion. The following mosaics are located within the naos: the death of Mary, the Virgin Hodegetria scene, and the scene of Jesus. The annex, which is an additional building attached to the north side of the naos, is double-storey, and there is a high probability that the lower level was the treasury building, while the top floor was the library of Metakaitis. On the southwest of the exterior narthex, there is a minaret today, which is known to have been a bell tower before. The round arches, niches, stone and tile works that cover the exterior of the building, as well as the semi-grades, have brought a liveliness to the exterior of the structure.